Hi guys, D900Man here, and it's been 3 weeks since the iPhone 5 was released. So now I thought it was about time, after I've been able to use the device, to tell you whether it's worth upgrading, whether it's worth picking up if you're not an iPhone owner already, and what is its uses in the real world situation. So let's get rolling and tell you a few things about this device. Now first of all, the iPhone 5 is incredibly slim. And due to that slimness, it also weighs a lot less than the iPhone 4 or 4S. The device, once you first pick it out of the box, is very light, and it's almost like you're not holding it in your hand. Now, like I've said, I've been using the iPhone 5 for about 3 weeks now, and I have to regularly check that it is still in my pocket due to how light it is. The thinness and form factor of the iPhone is absolutely amazing, and it feels really good to hold in the hand. I did have some initial thoughts whether that new taller 4-inch screen was going to cause problems when typing, but I have to say it has worked out really well. But there is a bad side to this 4-inch screen, and that is that most of my applications from the App Store do not work with a 4-inch screen, and that kind of feels pointless to me. I upgraded due to having to have the bigger screen, and there's just some problems with a lot of the applications, such as Google Plus not working properly. Even the YouTube application hasn't been updated, and that goes for a lot of other applications, including some games. Now the problem is that you get black letterbox bars at the top and bottom of the screen. If you use an application when typing that doesn't fit the new 4-inch screen, then that causes real problems. As your fingers get used to typing in the Messages application, you then have to move where your fingers are then based, and that does cause me some problems. However, battery life on the iPhone 5 running iOS 6 is absolutely amazing. In the first week's worth of use, I measured my usage throughout the day, and I was getting regularly between 20 and 25 hours worth of use off one charge. Now that might not seem a lot, but when I was using my iPhone 4S, I could probably unplug my device at around 6:30 in the morning, and then I would get home around 5 o'clock and I'd barely have 25% battery. I can now unplug my phone at around 6:30 in the morning, I can do a full day at work, get home around 5 o'clock, and I'll easily have over 50% of my battery life. And throughout the day I regularly get emails pushed to me, notifications pushed to me, I'll text, make phone calls, I'll listen to music on the way to work and the way back from work. So I am a pretty heavy user of the device. So 25 hours worth of battery life is absolutely amazing for me, and that does make me feel really happy that Apple have finally got this right. Now, one of the problems that I've been suffering with the iPhone 5 is that lightning port cable. Now, I was having a problem, and I did a post about this on Fenix-Tech, and the post is in the link in the description below, about my lightning cable not working. I would either have it plugged into a wall adapter, I'd plug it into my phone and nothing would happen. I'd have to give the end a little wiggle and then we'd get charging. If I plugged it into my 2010 MacBook Pro, and if any other device was plugged in, I would get a pop-up saying that all my USB devices had been disabled because my iPhone 5 was drawing too much power. And I thought that couldn't be right. I contacted Apple, and they then sent me out another cable. Now this cable wasn't free, they put a £15 charge on my card, just in case I didn't send them my old lightning cable back, which of course I did, but happily to say that turned up within 2 or 3 days and my new cable is working fine. Now that's just not me that's been experiencing the problems with that lightning port cable. A lot of people have also been commented, and it seems that there may have been a bad batch from Apple, and the new ones that they're sending out seem to work really well. I no longer have problems charging it, and I also have no problems when hooking it up to my MacBook Pro to sync. I never get that pop-up saying that it's drawing too much power. The device is absolutely superb. I really do like it. That design to it, if I picked up the white 16GB version, the design to it with that aluminium back is something that I really like, and I'm glad that Apple didn't change the device totally. You do get a lot of people say, well, it just looks exactly the same, and that is that person's own opinion, and they're right to have that opinion. But for me, this is an absolutely gorgeous device. The camera on the device works really, really well, and in low light situations it is absolutely amazing. With my iPhone 4S, I couldn't take a picture in a dark room, you just wouldn't see anything. This camera picks it up really, really well. So Apple have done an extra good job with that sapphire lens, and being the low light situation that the iPhone 5 now picks up. The new panoramic mode, as you can see in the picture on the screen now, is absolutely amazing, and we first saw this in beta versions of iOS 5. Apple has improved upon that, and now it works absolutely superbly, and it's one of those features that if you're out by the seaside or if you're out with the kids on a day out, that just super long picture, I think it creates really, really nice effects, and it is definitely worth having. Picture quality with my iPhone 5 seems to have worked and seems to have improved a lot more. Pictures are crisper, they're sharper, and the true colour definition in them is really, really nice. So I'm thankful for that. So overall, the iPhone 5 to me is an excellent device. I'm happy that I picked it up, and I'm happy that I upgraded. There are a few things that Apple need to sort out, one of those being that lightning cable, and one of them being the problems that people have had with it scratching, so on and so forth. Now I'm lucky my device hasn't started flaking, I haven't got any scratches on it at all, and that alone makes it worthwhile picking it up for me. One thing that I do need to say about it, but this isn't the problem of Apple, that the developers really need to pick up their game and get more applications improved to work with that 4-inch display. And that is probably the only thing that is letting this device down. Call quality is still absolutely superb, if not a tiny little bit better, and also video playback seems to be a lot better as well. That new 4-inch screen has improved video playback, and it's a lot easier on the eyes to now watch video. Do I think the device could have been better, been a little bit wider? In my opinion, no, I don't think so. I think this still slim design, so you can still reach your iPhone screen with your thumb, is superb, and they've just got it absolutely right. So would I recommend picking up the iPhone 5 to people who have an iPhone 4S? Yeah, I certainly would. It is one of those devices that I think is a necessary upgrade. Apple made the right decisions about what they've improved in this device. Gameplay is speedy, so's browsing the internet, and everything about this device just works very, very quickly, and it also works very smoothly as well. The 4-inch screen, like I said, adds that real estate, but it's not too big that you can't use it with just one hand. If you're coming over from an Android device, which usually has larger screens, do I think the iPhone 5 is going to be for you? If you love the bigger screens, such as the Samsung Galaxy S3 and the HTC One X, then the iPhone 5 probably isn't going to be your device that you're going to want to use. The screen still is smaller than those devices, and I just don't think that it's going to be something that you want to pick up. For a buyer straight into the smartphone market, would I pick up an iPhone 5? I certainly would. I know it is a large price tag, but I think that the iPhone just has something special to offer. So I've been D900 Man. This has been my full review after 3 weeks with the iPhone 5. Definitely worth picking up in my opinion. Even if you pick up the low end model, the 16GB model, then I still think you're going to pick up an excellent device which is going to be at the top of its game for at least the next year or two. The iPhones sell for really, really well if you need to get rid of it, so you've always got that protection that you're going to get most of your money back. So thanks very much for watching once again, and I will catch you real soon in the next one.